Thank you so much, Christine Tillis. Your beautiful heart warms our hearts, opens our mind to the 10th annual Magdalene Moonrise service, but this one is going to be a healing Easter celebration. And we have a wonderful array of beautiful Magdalene devotees, some of whom, like David and Andrea Liebestein, have been with me since day one, 10 years ago. Anyway, we are so excited and happy to be joined by everyone and to open our sacred space. And if you have an altar nearby or you have a candle nearby, this is the time for you to light your candle to officially activate the sacred space. And if what you'll notice is in my lighting of the candle, I am actually lighting 2 candles because this Easter is about joining. So we can't be physically connected, but we are connected through the light and the love that we are. But we are all a part of this divine life energy. And so I'm just going to say a little opening prayer. With all of our hearts, we made this wonderful journey from the mind to the heart. And we take a moment to drop in. For the wisdom of the heart is what we need now. The world is crying out for this wisdom. And we celebrate that love rules. Love is the order of the day. Love is who we are. Love is what is real. And love is what will prevail. Love heals. For what is healing without love? Blessed be. Thank you so much, Jan. It was so beautiful. I love being in my heart, and I so love it when you join with me in your heart. And what will happen tonight barring the technology, which we've never done this before, so you may have to forgive me, but we will join together as one. We will experience this profound and deep sense of love and devotion that exists among all of us, for we are the love that we are, and there's no separation. And that is my wish and my desire and my intention, that at the end of this night, you all will have that experience. I want to just tell you a little bit about the theme of tonight. So I'm going to share my screen so that I can help you to see these beautiful slides of Mary Magdalene. She has a message of love, healing, and equality. And what was really interesting about this Easter, this is the 10th time, the 10th year that we're doing Easter. And every year, Easter has always been on the full moon. It has either been the night of the full moon or just like, it's like within 48 hours, there was always a full moon. So after 10 years, when I went to look at the moon, this is the moon tonight. And it is a split moon. It is waning into half light, half dark, which is the yin yang symbol, where we are whole. And so what's going to happen is we're going to look at our holiness and our wholeness. For Magdalene is a living demonstration and example. Here she is in her teaching mode with her beautiful feminine white dove that represents the Holy Spirit and her chalice cup. And then as we enter into this sacred portal, this sacred moment, Andrea Lieberstein is going to sing a chant for us about how you are the sanctuary. Thank you.
I want to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I want to be a living sanctuary for you. I want to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I want to be a living sanctuary for you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Andrea. So as we prepare ourselves as the vessel for Mary Magdalene, some say she was the Grail that was so sought after, and the mystery of where's the Grail. She was the vessel of love that brought forth this union, this sacred union of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, this wholeness that happens when the dark and the light come together as one, when love and peace come together in wholeness, we see a new world. I have a few more thoughts I would love to share with all of you. One of the things that was like really important was that he was considered her to be an equal, and he understood and he accepted her as equal. He was trying to raise the status of women, that we are equal. And unfortunately, women are still being abused, still not taught to be whole and complete in themselves. So there is still much work to be done. to recognize this. And for me, I felt like it has to come through the joining and the raising up of the divine feminine in conjunction with the divine masculine. So when we're willing to attribute the divine feminine as well, then we can truly enter into a consciousness that accepts equality of all. He did try to teach his disciples that we are all one with God. It was not just him that was one with God. He was trying to get them to understand, but they had a hard time understanding his teachings. She got it though. She understood that she was one with God. And this is the famous George Latour painting, where she's been meditating on the light within herself so much that when she looked at the mirror, instead of seeing her face of her separated self, she saw the face of the Christ skull, the Christ mind, because she was connected. You see her hands on the skull. That means that she's connected to the Christ consciousness, and she's accepting it and knowing the truth of it. We are to learn, this is our teaching, this is for us to know that we are the Christ consciousness. It's not easy for us to step into it. It becomes very difficult sometimes to acknowledge it because the ego won't have it, any of it. In fact, a lot of times the ego say, okay, that's quite enough of that holiness. So her dedication and her living example was really wonderful. So I was very excited when I saw this split moon, because Saturday, the night before, what was happening the night before? He had been crucified on Friday. He was obviously resurrecting himself and getting ready to appear, but to appear to who? He was going to appear to her on April 11th. 11 is the partnership number. So this is what was really cool. So his appearance to her, this was not an accident. He didn't just happen to be walking down a country road and happen to stumble on her and go, oh my God, Mary Magdalene, long time no see. I just saw you at the cross. No, he intended to appear to her. This was not an accident. He came to honor her. And by presenting himself in his light body to her and honoring her, they couldn't write her out of the Bible. So that was one of the ways, a brilliant way that he succeeded in keeping the integrity of the truth, that she was an equal in his eyes. And there's many paintings. There's also, we need to understand all these paintings where he's putting his hand out, you'll notice it's at her third eye. So there's a transmission that's happening here too. Because not only did he tell her, appear to her, and he told her, no, you can't touch my body because I'm not in my body, I'm in my light body. They was oftentimes interpreted as being, I'm better than you, I'm arisen, I'm above you, and you're below me. And so she's always shown in this position. But really what he was trying to do was create the positioning of her being the apostle to the apostle. And unfortunately, it wasn't until 2016 that Pope decided to elevate her status, Pope Francis finally, that she is now officially the apostle to the apostle. So we are very grateful for what he did, because they said that women could not be popes or in the church because the council always had to be men, because all the disciples were supposedly men. Well, this is not true. She is the apostle to the apostle. She is the head one. She is the lead. So Jesus was surrounded by these holy women. These holy women who were some of the greatest masters of all time. If you have ever studied the Course of Love, there's a section in the book, and you can go to courseoflove.com if you don't know about it, where Jesus is speaking in this channeled writing, and he says, my mother Mary was responsible for the incarnation of Christ. So she not only birthed him, which, they would like to minimize that's all she did, was she just gave birth to him, and therefore she's the high holy woman. But when you really study the works of like Margaret Riglioso and some of the other scholars who have really dived deep into this mystery of the virgin birth phenomena, it was her consciousness, that she had this elevated state of consciousness. And you see how her hands are in this picture. And she is actually informing him because she is the Christos Sophia, Christ consciousness within herself. And because of that, she is able to inform her son how to become, how to step into his Christ, so Christ consciousness self himself. So she models for him as a good parent, as a good person. So what is the course of love? A course of love is a living course that empowers us to recognize through our felt experience, through our feelings, the truth of who we are as human and divine beings, a truth much more magnificent than could be previously imagined. This is what's happening. We are moving into a world living in love. We have to claim it and we have to know it. We have to accept it. We have to let our ego structure go and be willing to stand in our embodied sense of self, our holy self, and welcome this love. So in her gospel, Mary Magdalene stood very firm and she said very clearly, be in harmony. This is not, oh, I hope you're harmonious or anything like, nothing wishy-washy. It's be in harmony. And out of that harmony, what happens is you begin to rise to a climate of peace. The only two places I've ever read and studied about the climate of peace are in the Gospel of Mary and also in A Course in Miracles. It's the place where we can be, where we're living above the battlefield. And we now have a horrendous battlefield going on. It's a coronavirus battlefield, but we also have the economic battlefield that's going to come from people who are suffering, people who are dying, and the grief-stricken people are often don't understand or know how to just stay in love. So it behooves us to do that. So we are going to learn to live above the battlefield. For peace be with you, she says in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. She's listening to Jesus' words. Peace be with you. And he says, may my peace arise and be filled within you. So important, right? To have our peace filled. So Christine Tullis is going to sing a song that she channeled for this coronavirus situation called The Song of Love and Healing. We can go to Christine. Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Light
Thank you so much, Christine. Oh my God, that was so beautiful.
You.
Just makes me so happy to hear you and have you be a part of this. What a great joy. Well, we're going to have a real treat right now because Scott Thomas is going to be coming on now. And he is my favorite love coach, compassionate guru master. I have watched Scott be in situations where I thought for sure he's going to not be kind to someone. And he brings forth empathy in the moment when it's needed the most. And it's just, he has cultivated over the years, and I have witnessed it time and time again in some very tough situations, that where you came forth, Scott, with so much truth and beauty and compassionate heart. So you're going to help us to understand what it means to have a compassionate heart, because we're going to need a culture of compassionate heart, people who are trained how to navigate these waters as we go through this tough time ahead.
Yeah.
Blessed be. Thank you, Scott.
Well, thank you, Christine. What a beautiful, beautiful event you've put together. Really enjoying the music, Christine's harp. Oh my gosh. So I want us to go back, it's Easter, to that story. And remembering that in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus was scared. He was scared. He didn't want to have to go through with this, but he did. And it's almost impossible to imagine, really, the horror of the next few days as he was taken away, tortured, and crucified. Crucifixion is a horrific way to die. It's extraordinarily painful. And yet somehow he's able to muster, with almost his final words, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." This is such an extraordinary example of compassion. And it's compassion rooted in absolute radical acceptance of what is. So as someone who teaches compassion, I've got 18 new love coaches I'm training right now. Our compassion begins with being present to what is, without needing to change it or judge it. Doesn't mean we have to like it. It doesn't mean we condone ongoing habits or behaviors that have hurtful consequences. But we have to start by being present to what is and accepting it. In this incredible time that is unprecedented, that we're all going through with the coronavirus, we have to accept we don't know a lot. Now, there's all sorts of stuff on the internet that'll tell you it's the aliens, it's a biological weapon, it's any number of things. And I want to urge us, let's not fall down the rabbit hole of collecting evidence to support any specific belief system. But rather, let's drop into the radical acceptance that we do not know really what it is, how long it's going to last, and how it's going to impact us. What we do know is it's an opportunity for our entire planet to have an awakening. And we can't look to anything outside of ourselves for that awakening. But quite the contrary, the way it's being played out, we need to be at home. We need to go within. We need to really focus on what are the most important things in our life. And for those people that are in areas like New York City and Italy and France and other places where it's truly like death sweeping through and not knowing who's going to get sick, who's going to die. And when we're facing questions like this, all of a sudden, we have to look at what's most important in my life. What's really most important? Not my vacation plans, not my distractions, myself, my own body temple. Having absolute compassion for self. How can I take better care of myself? How can I take better care of the people in my immediate world? For those of you who are alone, living alone, very challenging. So now is the time to really cultivate whatever practice you might have of connection to the divine. Now it can be through a beautiful practice like we're experiencing tonight. It can be through a religion, but it can also be through a martial art form, yoga, music, time in nature, or just gratitude. If I have a religion, it's gratitude. We can always find things to be grateful for. And that's a powerful act of self-compassion and putting our attention not on different belief systems that you're going to find on the internet, and certainly not arguing with somebody about belief systems. Let's be grateful for these beautiful body temples that we have while we have them. And let's take good care of each other. And we start by practicing acceptance. And as we heal the divine masculine and the divine feminine, which is such a beautiful part of what this is all about, honoring that Mary Magdalene was his equal. I've always fantasized, I wish the church I'd gone to, instead of having a guy on a cross with blood and being told that he died for my sins, and I remember being about 5 or 6 years old, trying to figure out what that meant. Like, well, this beautiful man that we're worshiping died because I did something wrong. I never could quite get that. And I always thought, as I grew older, I wish I'd gone to a church where what we were worshiping was Jesus and Mary Magdalene and Yap Yum. That's the church I would have liked to have grown up in. So let's make that our church being recognizing and seeing the divinity in all. And maybe my last thought is, if this beautiful service is touching your heart, which I'm sure it is, what can you do to create peace with someone in your life of the opposite gender? Who's someone in your world? A father, a mother, an ex-lover, a friend, where there was a rift, where there was a break, where something went sour, but that there was once love. During this time out that we're in, let's all reach out to anybody in our life, but in honor of the masculine, feminine, absolutely at least one person of the opposite gender, and reach out and remind them that you love them. Remind them of the beautiful experiences that you shared. Let's all create peace in a very practical way by making that step. Thank you again, Christy, and all the beautiful presenters. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Scott.
Now must go.
Thank you, Scott. It's always been such a pleasure to now be working with you on this event. And Scott's running all the tech stuff behind the scenes, because my left brain and my right brain is like, I can't do both. As you can see, it's not easy, because I want to be in my right brain. I want to be in my creativity and my heart. I want to go into the heart of love and spread that truth. And so, Scott, I'm very grateful to you for your words of wisdom, and I'm very grateful to you for your tech support. It's just wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So Scott has, and you want to say what your group is? Compassionate Communication. In fact, we're Facebook Live, right?
Yeah. You can all find us. In my company, Live Coach Academy, we are offering every day at 9 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening, free online empathy support and relationship skill building. So you can find us just by going to Love Coach Academy and come join us. We have amazing love coaches, along with myself, offering a lot of support during this extraordinary time.
Great. Thank you so much, Scott. Part of why I'm taking this time to acknowledge people, because we're all, musicians and people that serve in this capacity, like Scott and Melissa and Anthony and Renee and all of us, Michelle and Eliyahu, as you're going to see, and Denise. We don't work for a corporation. We just love to come together and share. Christine Tullis, Andrea and Lieberstein and David, we're all online, so you can reach any of us. So now we're going to connect to a higher level. Are you ready to blast the rose through and raise us to a higher level? And I love Paul Selig's work. I don't know if you guys know Paul Selig or not, but you might want to check out. He has a series of books that are from the Ascended Masters. And one of the things that we talk about is that, when we're in the cauldron of the ego, which is talking to us about fear and how, you must be afraid and all this kind of stuff. And then we go into fear and then we go down that rabbit hole. What the switch or how to get out of it is to claim the truth. You can say this along with me. And we're going to continue to deepen our experience as we go through some of the next things that we have set up for this evening. And by claiming it, and then we'll have some music that will be played. And the music, first Andrea and David will be singing the Altar of Love song to express and model that expression. And then we will claim again these great truths, and Joseph will be singing his song, Beloved, so that you can just drop in with these truths. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am here, I am here, I am here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am free, I am free, I am free. So when we say, I am here, I am here, I am here, that is that we're saying that I am part of us, the God consciousness, the Christos Sophia, the Christos that is within us is here. And we, as the vessel, receive it with welcome, welcome, welcome. And you can do this along with me, that would be great. And then what happens is you are free, you are free, you are free. These high ideas are really important to be able to hold on to. David and Andrea are going to sing the Altar of Love.
All that I am, I offer to the altar of love. All that I am, I offer to the altar of love in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer to the altar of love. All that I am, I offer to the altar of love in sweet surrender. In sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer to the altar of love. All that I am, offer to the altar of love in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
Namaste. Beautiful. You have the joy of watching authentic love. These are two of some of the most authentic people on the planet. Their hearts are open. They've been with me since day one. I'm so happy that you guys have joined us again. Very gracious, very wonderful. So now we're going to try it again. If everybody can look at the screen and everybody can just say these words and let them vibrate within your being as you go to a higher octave. And then I'm going to have Jai come through and play while you can close your eyes and listen to him sing and play his beautiful song, Beloved. So I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am here. I am here. I am here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am free. I am free. I am free. Blessed be.
One of my favorite spiritual teachers, Sri Chinmoy, says, next to silence, that which comes closest to expressing the inexpressible is music. So I'd like to share some music. This is called The Beloved. And the Beloved is in all of our hearts. So please do focus on your heart as you listen.
So sweet. Thank you, Jai. From the heart of one to the heart of another. We are free, we are free, we are free. Blessed be. It's a perfect thing for Passover, no? We are free, we are free, we are free. Now we're going to have our dear friends Michelle and Eliyahu, and they are going to bring in their beautiful ritual. So, you know, every time we do a Magdalene Moonrise service, we always have amazing ritual. And now we're online, right? So how are we going to do this? But Michelle and Eliyahu worked so hard, and they came up with a beautiful expression of an energetic knighting and honoring of not only Passover and Easter, but the masculine and the divine feminine as divine partnership. And they are an exemplary example of that. And for you, both of you, we are grateful that you're willing to stand in your holy place and claim your holy self. Blessed be.
Hineni, I am here. When Moses saw the burning bush, he saw that it was in flames, but it was not burning up. It was an awesome sight, and it made him wonder what's going on. And then he heard the voice of Yah. Yah said, Moses, Moses. And Moses, just being present in the moment, in the zone, said in the Hebrew word, Hineni, I am here, ready and present right now, with my heart open, prepared for what is to be now. I open my heart to this moment. I open my heart to this day. I am here for love, and I am here for good. Hineni, I am here.
I am Sir Eliyahu Goodman, ordained Magdalene Knight, priest of the Fellowship of Isis, founded by Lady Olivia Robertson, and Knight of the Irish Noble Order of Tara, founded by Sir Lawrence Robertson. I hereby invite all of you noble men to step forward in light, to be knighted, and renew your commitment to expressing your divine masculine in support of the goddess. As you are knighted, allow your own feminine nature to emerge in loving service to all sentient beings, life forms, and our Mother Earth. I dub thee Sir Knights.
As a priestess of Isis and divine Shekhinah, I invite all women to stand up, please. Even in your own homes, stand up. Hold your left hand out to receive, and your right hand up to give blessing in the same way that Kuan Yin offers love. Women, we are here to bless. We bless you, sacred, divine, masculine souls, as you rise up into the higher frequency of light that our planet is now ascending into. Breathe that moment in. Women, we are blessing you. Men, breathe it in. Women, please take a private moment for your own intention of receiving healing, the healing that you need from masculine sources. And raise it up into the light to be healed. Sacred masculine, we are so grateful to you as you step forward in support of divine feminine, taking her rightful place on beautiful Gaia now, as we join together to share the responsibility equally of stewarding our beautiful home planet and all her species. We honor the divine masculine and the divine feminine within all our souls, and in partnership with all beings as we come forth together to live fully, embracing the upper resonances of divine being. We open our hearts to this moment. We open our hearts to this day. We are here for love, and we are here for good. Hineni, we are here.
Thank you so much. Namaste. Blessings to you. Scott, you can put me back. Thank you so much. What a magnificent and beautiful, I just have to give you my eyes of love because I appreciated you so much for what you created and what you shared, and I felt it. I felt that beautiful receiving of the healing energy of the masculine that I have. I had 3 older brothers, and as a little girl, I got beat up a lot. And so it's just really profound to have you stand in the graces and watching everyone else go through the receiving and the blessing. And Eliyahu, when your sword came down, I felt it. So touching, so wonderful. So you guys are great.
I'm so grateful to be part of our Magdalene family and to be able to offer what I can offer and receive the incredible beauty and love and wonder that we all create together with Mary Magdalene loving us and Jesus loving us and the company of heaven loving us. We are so incredibly blessed.
Would you say again your title of priest of the Magdalene
Yes,
Templar?
Magdalene Knight, priest of the Fellowship of Isis, that was founded by Lady Olivia Robertson, and Knight of the Irish Noble Order of Tara, that was founded by Sir Lawrence Robertson,
And Tara
Lady
is
Olivia's
Buddhist.
brother.
Yeah. So
And I had
Yeah.
no idea of all of this when I met him. But I
oh
felt the energy coming through. I
yeah.
just knew there was something amazing and sacred in this masculine. And it's an honor to be
Yes.
with this lineage that he carries.
Yes. Your energy together and the love that you shared with us today was just fabulous. Thank you all. Blessed be.
Thank you
So
so much. I
blessing.
love you dearly.
I love you too. So blessings. So now, as we go on, continue our journey, I am hoping that you are able to feel and be touched by what they shared, being so magnificent, because they were honoring the divine partnership. What a different world this would be if we had this divine partnership, like Scott said. To forgiveness is always key, because if we're going to have this ascension experience, if we're going to have heaven on earth, if we're going to live in a world living in love, the stumbling block for many of us, especially now it may be very hard, is forgiveness. And so I'm asking Denise Relis and Darren Starwin to lead us in a meditation with their voice and song that allows you to get still again. And then Ilona Marshall, one of my favorite women on the planet, a priestess of Magdalene, will lead us in a guided meditation, a process of helping to forgive, because the Course in Miracles says that at any given time, we always carry one person who is giving us anxiety or angst or whatnot that we need to forgive. So it's a process and a continual practice for forgiveness in order for us to continue this journey to open the heart, to experience this peace, and to be in harmony, as Mary Magdalene so vehemently stated in her passion and her dedication. Denise, she sings the song that she wrote, which I love. It's called Be Still.
Go ahead. Sing with me. Be still,
Find peace within, knowing I
am here.
be still. Find peace within, knowing I
am here. One more time.
be still. Find peace within, knowing I am
here. I am here, always here. I am one with all beings. I am here, always here. I am one with all. I am here, always here. I am one with all beings. I am here, always here. I am one with all. We are one, we are one. We are one with all beings. We are one, we are one.
We are one with all.
We are one, we are one, we are one with all beings. We are one, we are one, we are one with all. Be still, find peace within, knowing I am here. Be still, find peace within, knowing I am here. Be still, find peace within, knowing I am here.
Thank you, Denise, for lulling us into a still, sweet place. And from this place, I'm going to guide you in a forgiveness process. Firstly, by asking forgiveness of Mother Earth for our destructive ways. Secondly, forgiving ourselves to free ourselves from guilt and to open and grow to a new awareness. Thirdly, by forgiving another person or persons to free ourselves from the emotions, from the emotional hooks and the negative feelings. You may be thinking that this is too hard, that you can't or don't want to forgive. I thought so in the midst of feeling hurt, but I wanted to be free of the pain, and that takes time. I had to remind myself that forgiveness is a process and that I need to be gentle and patient with myself. For I'm human and can have feelings of anger, resentment, and so on. Twice I did a forgiveness process of saying several prayers daily, morning and night, as part of my meditation. The issue and feelings were still there after 40 days. As I persevered then for another 40 days. At the end of 80 days, the issues were resolved and I no longer felt the sting of my emotions. I was free of them. In the beginning, the words were hard to say. That person hurt me. Why am I asking them to forgive me? I had to connect to my heart and open to my high self and address the divinity or Christ self in the other person, where we are one. As I look back on my process, I came to the conclusion that it was I who needed to learn to forgive. We begin now our guided meditation. So take a couple of deep breaths and settle into your chairs. If you've not already done so, feel free to let your eyes close gently and journey from the head to the heart. Feel your heart open even more to your inner chamber. Know you are safe, held, and protected in the presence of your own divinity or Christ self. Now in your inner eye, picture as if we were in space, our home, our host, our provider, our beautiful blue and white planet. Mother Earth is a living, breathing, pulsating, and ever-giving being. She's not been well for quite a while, and her orderly systems are out of balance. As an Indigenous elder said, the coronavirus is Mother Earth's defense system. And paraphrasing an article by Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton, the virus attacking humans is like the human virus attacking the earth. Humanity is complicit, knowingly or unknowingly, in harming the planet in a multiple of ways. Let us humbly ask Mother Earth for forgiveness. Mother Earth, forgive us our trespasses. Forgive us our habits, our practices, our use of certain products and technologies that harm you. Breathe. Breathe. Have you noticed lately that the skies are truly blue, the air is clean, and the waters are clearing? Breathe. And now we turn to ourselves and forgive ourselves for living in a culture that in general automatically carries on business as usual. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Any behavior or guilt that comes up, we release it into the earth for transformation. Wash it away. We let it go. For we know not what we do at times. We now allow a new consciousness and resolved to do our part in our own way, to allow the earth and our own bodies to rebalance and regenerate. Let us know and affirm that the darkness of this time is leading us into our higher good. And finally, let us bring to mind and see a person or persons we have hurt, who have hurt us or have offended us in some way. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. We can remember the pain they caused without experiencing the emotions right now. These people can be family members, friends, acquaintances, colleagues, or world figures. To be able to face and address this person or persons, we feel our hearts open more rather than close, knowing we are in a place of oneness, connectedness, light, and love. One of the prayers I said during my forgiveness process is the Ho'oponopono, set to the music. And for those of you who may not know the words, they are, if you would repeat, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the ego, it makes no sense. However, the true self knows we are all in this together. While Denise sings this song in just a moment, silently sing the words to the person or persons or to yourself or to Mother Earth. Remember, this is just the beginning of the forgiveness process. Be patient and kind to yourself. As the song ends, I encourage you to continue the process on your own and persevere, knowing that in the end, the trauma will be resolved and your emotional reactivity will have lost its charge. You will be free of the sting or the pain of the experience. You may even rekindle a more loving relationship in some instances. One more time, repeat after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Denise will now sing the Ho'oponopono while you continue this process in your meditation. Namaste.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry,
please forgive me.
Oh,
Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me.
Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
Beautiful, Denise and Darren. Thank you so much. This is really wonderful and so heartfelt.
Yes, and I'm so grateful to have Darren joining me tonight. It's such
Thank you
A
for
pleasure and
inviting me.
an honor. Yeah.
Just while you stay in your heart, we'll continue. We're going to turn it over to Melissa, Sophia, Joy, a true healer of the heart and a channeler of Magdalene. Wonderful to have you with us, dear.
Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and take this power that we've been nurturing together, this compassion, this love, this energy of forgiveness, and take it deeper. So what we're going to do now is that we are going to go into a meditation to really enliven the conduit inside of us so that we can be conduits of this love, of this compassion, of this forgiveness, of this energy to the world. First, we're going to be conduits to ourselves. We're going to be receiving this, and then we're going to be giving it out to the world. Also, Divine Mother is totally present. Divine Mother Sophia and Mary Magdalene are here. There is a lot of energy and words and transmission that are going to be coming through. So let's go ahead and drop in deeper with closing our eyes and taking some nice deep breaths in and out. And as you breathe, just allow yourself to drop into this moment. Dropping into this now, allowing your breath to take you deeper in, beyond the thoughts, beyond what just happened, beyond what's going to happen in a moment. But allow yourself to be fully present in the now. And throughout this process, if the mind starts chattering, I just invite you to continually bring it back to the breath. The breath is the container of this presence, of this vertical field that we are now moving into. And now as you breathe, I invite you to drop your breath down into the base of your spine. And we're going to connect even deeper to Mother Earth, Sophia Gaia, to really help us ground and hold the amount of energy and love that we are being asked to hold right now in ourselves and for the world. So on your next exhale, go ahead and drop awareness all the way down to the base of the spine, dropping a line of grounding through all the different layers of the earth, really utilizing your breath, especially the exhale. On the exhale, feel this movement downward flowing with ease and grace. Another deep breath in and out. On that exhale, connecting all the way down in to the core of the earth, feeling, sensing, knowing that you are now being pulled down all the way into the heart womb sanctuary of Sophia Gaia. Being invited into the sanctuary of peace, of nurturing, of love. That is always here for us. Being invited into this sanctuary of the unified field of love that she holds eternally for us, for every living being on this planet. Just allowing yourself to receive that now, knowing that you are worthy. You are a child of God. Opening now to receive this love, breathing it in. Really feeling yourself clicking in to your own individual, unique, grounding sanctuary that's going to hold the base note of this transmission for the world today, really holding it, really feeling yourself connecting to this iron ore core of love, the unified field of oneness of the earth. One more deep breath in and out here, just allowing. Dropping in. On the next inhale, allowing yourself to now move your awareness and this loving energy from Sophia Gaia up into your body, streaming upward into your feet, into your calves and your thighs, streaming up now your central channel, your spine, moving all the way up with ease and grace, moving up the back of your neck, moving up the top of your head, and now shooting forth, connecting to your soul star chakra, your 8th chakra, about 17 to 18 inches above your head, connecting to the conduit of divinity that you are, connecting to your oversoul, connecting all the way up to that place where you were born, where you are one with the divine, where we all are one with the divine. Divine Mother, Divine Father, all that is the one source, God. God is light, the ground of all being, the heaven of all being. Allowing now, inviting in this pouring forth of this ocean of love, this ocean of compassion, this ocean of presence, moving down now into your body in a way that your body can hold with ease and grace, staying within your capacity and allowing your body now to fill with this heavenly, holy light. You are worth it, brothers and sisters. We are this love. We are this light. Allowing it now into your cells, into your tissues, into your DNA, into the space between the space, into the subatomic particles, filling all aspects of your physical body, pouring forward now into your energy field. And allowing it now, this energy, to coalesce at your heart body. Your heart body is made up of your physical heart, your heart chakra, your higher heart, and all aspects of the heart body. So we activate that by placing our hands on our heart together. We affirm and acknowledge the unified field, the web that we are all connected to. Those who are listening to this broadcast now, those who will listen to it in the future, we are all one beyond time and space together. And this love from the divine that we are is activating our higher heart, the avatar atom of our Christed consciousness. It is awakening even more, opening even more, knowing that we are this. I am, you are. Allowing your heart to feel, to sense, to know that we are this unconditional love, this love without conditions, this love that has the ability to presence all forms of darkness within ourselves, this love that has the ability to wipe clean any trespasses that we have done or that others have done toward us. This love that has the ability to help us to remember who we are, allowing this love to fill us even more, dropping in beyond the mind, allowing from your soul, spirit, intention, relaxing, softening, receiving. And as we receive this love in the deepest places, even in the deepest, darkest places within our shadow, we now know that we are coming together. We are the light and the dark coming together in the unified field of sacred union. We are coming together in the unified field with the masculine and the feminine, and the unified field that is beyond duality. We are allowing this now. And now, beloveds, I invite you to raise your hands and connect even more with all of us on the call now and in the future. Feeling, sensing this web unifying, this presence unifying. And now I open to the beloveds that are here with us, the order of the Magdalena, Mary Magdalene, Jesus Yeshua, the kenonos that they were, the sacred union, the sacred partnership, as Philip said in the Gospel of Philip, the presence of the sacred union. We invite this here to fill this field that we are personally, collectively, unified together in this unconditional love that we are feeling, that we are holding, that we are. We open now even more, knowing that we are held by Divine Mother Sophia, Divine Father, all that is. We open even more to those beings that will transfer this light out into the world, to the angelic host, the cherubim, the archangels, the seraphim, all of the angelic host. We invite you here now, and we pour this love out unto the world. We ask this love to be like water, raining down to those who need it most, to those who are sick, to those who are suffering, to those who are in the ICU right now on respirators. We see and know this love pouring into you right now. And we acknowledge that there are some who have already agreed that they will be leaving this plane at this time. We honor your contract. And for those who are here, who are at the edge, who are at the precipice, but you know that you are being called back, we are with you as well. We pour this love and this light, knowing, feeling, sensing that the divine is here with you. The divine has your back. And for those who are suffering from fear and anxiety, perhaps you've lost your job. Perhaps you are filled, or they are filled with loneliness, overwhelm, depression. We feel and sense and know this love, this support, this light moving through you, stabilizing you, having your back powerfully. We know that you are being supported by this love. All you have to do is say yes.
Yes.
Say yes to the surrender.
Yes.
To say yes to opening. To
Yes.
say yes to this initiation, this portal, this dark night of the soul. For as we all walk through whatever crucifixions we are walking through, we now know that the resurrection is here for us all. Whatever that looks like, personally, individually, collectively, economically, politically, governmentally, within our entire world, we know now that we are lifting, that we are being lifted higher, that we are being asked to evolve with Sophia Gaia. And this light, this love, this presence, this knowing, this oneness is who we are in this unified field of humanity, in the organism of humanity. We feel and sense and know this love pouring through now. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Feel it, sense it, know it. allow it, softening to it. And for all of us on the call, all of us who have already said yes to the deep spiritual path, we too are asked to step deeper. How are you being asked to step deeper? To surrender more, to open more, to let go of the ego more by healing the darkness, by healing the less than voices, by healing the suffering. That too is brought home. And we now come back home into the oneness of our individual and collective field, knowing that we are all held, that our avatar Christ consciousness is here guiding us through the power of our beloved Holy Self, Holy Spirit, higher self. Many words, one meaning. We now know that Mary Magdalene and Yeshua are here guiding us every step of the journey. We now know that the one source of all life lives inside of us, lives outside of us, lives behind our back, supporting us every step of the way. We are love. We are one. We are evolving. Brothers and sisters, this is the time. The time is now. We are one. We are love. We are all evolving. We have all of the support that we need to take the steps for our individual and our collective awakening in this great turning, in this time of initiation. So I ask us all to open our eyes. I just want to say, I see you. I see the divine in every single one of you.
See the divine in you.
Blessed be, blessed be. So much love. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Melissa. As my former bank manager used to say, that was a slice of heaven. So we hope that this transmission, this ability within our hearts that Michelle, Sophia, Joy helped us to fill in our bodies so that we are full of love. And then our only job is to share it. It's just to extend it out and to share it. So I love you. I'm so grateful to you. Blessed be for all who you are, luminous beings. And you are now charged like Mary Magdalene was to go forth, to walk forth and spread the good news that we are love. And our job is just to stay in that love, connect with that love, and extend it and share it no matter what. Be in harmony. That's her message. So Melissa, thank you so much. Mary, you come right from the heart, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to go to Jai, who's going to sing a song for us that helps us to resonate with this beauty and love that is in us. So just sit back and enjoy and relax. Jai.
If you're sitting with someone you love, look into their eyes when you sing this. If you're sitting by yourself, look into your own eyes or look into the eyes of all of us out here. And feel free to sing along if you know. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply we're connected in the soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply we're connected in the soul. Sing it with us. How could anyone ever tell us we were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell us we were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that our loving is a miracle? How deeply we're connected in the soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply we're connected in the soul. How deeply we're all connected in the soul.
Thank you, Jai. That was wonderful. Opening the heart. Do you think the heart can open more? Are you ready to open your heart even more and be more full? Well, get ready for this next beautiful connection, because you're going to connect with Mary Magdalene herself through Renee and her partner, Anthony. They last year were told by Mary Magdalene, she had just moved up here. She didn't really know me that well. And they were told to come to my Easter thing. And she goes, oh, okay. And they did. And now they're here with us. So Magdalene, we appreciate you. And we appreciate the work that you do. These two are bringing love on this planet like no other. So thank you. Take it away. Blessings.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Christy. And that is true. She ordered us actually to go to your ceremony about a year ago.
Yeah.
It was about a year ago. So we are so blessed and, you know, just grateful to be here at this beautiful ceremony. And I know Magdalene wishes to speak and come forward. Together we channel, as a couple, we channel the Ascended Masters, of which Mary Magdalene is one of them.
So the way we channel is a little bit unique because the energies don't just come through me, they come through Renee first. And this was told to us about a year later, that the reason why they do this is they're really connecting both divine feminine and divine masculine energies together. They're weaving them together to heal and to give messages, as Yeshua did and the way Mary of Magdalene did as well. And this has been a long time coming. It's been a huge and a very long spiritual process for both of us.
But the most important message is this weaving together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And of course, as we've talked about earlier tonight, that it's no accident that the coronavirus has hit humanity at this time, because it's a collective consciousness which has brought this forth so Gaia herself can heal. This is a time for Gaia to heal. That's been the message that's very consistent, and also so that we can all go inward and really go back to what's most important for us.
Yeah, the message is pretty much the same that everyone seems to be giving. This is a time now to go inward, to find who we are, and to connect again with source energy. And again, that message is that we are all one. We are never separate from source energy. We're never separate from God. We're never separate from Goddess. We are all one beautiful energy connected together. And that was the message that was given about 2,000 years ago. So we're going to bring our guides through first.
And then they will allow her to step through. And I'm just going to be tapping. I decided to be playing the G bowl, and that is for the throat chakra. And the reason I chose the throat chakra is this is the voice of truth for women now. This is our voice of truth to speak up, to speak our truth, to no longer be silenced, and for that divine feminine to come forward in harmony, as Christy says, with the divine masculine to heal ourselves and the planet. So Anthony's going to connect now to our guides.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia.
Nice to see you guys.
We feel you, we see you, we sense you.
They're just going to pick up all your frequencies and see who's here. At the end, I'm sure they'll want to do a transmission of healing for everyone.
We transmit at this time. We are overjoyed. We are in love with all of you. We know why you're here. We feel all of you. We want you to know these things before Mary of Magdalene comes through. She is a great energy. It is time now for all women, all energies female, to connect now with this energy. We will have her step forward. But first, we want to tell you that we are honored as well that you are receiving us at this time. Thank you very much.
You.
So they'll just step back and her energy, her soul will come forward.
It is great to see everybody. Oh, my dear. I do feel you. I do see you, and I acknowledge you. For what you do to me and for me, I am forever indebted with you. For you have given to the women again my voice, my love, and you have shown to all the divinity of the femininity, the divinity of the female voice again. So thank you again. Thank you.
There's some love there, Christy.
I am the soul that comes in conjunction with the female, for we heal together as one. Let that be known. For there was one no greater than the other, for both male and female were equal. As she taught me, I taught her. As we exchanged our yin, yang, ka energies, she made me great and sacrificed it all. I was with her, and she was with me until the end. I am the soul of Yeshua. Christos. I am of love energy. I give my love to you. Let that be known. For the body of both Miriam and Yeshua had my energy prime one of love. I give this unto you as well.
Christ consciousness transmission. Are you back?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you. So, have you a question for me? Or should I speak about the resurrection? The resurrection of the female is now. Remember, for it has been a long time coming, and I have come through many, and I feel all of you. I will not cry. I will not shed another tear. But I do love all of you, and you are my sisters and brothers. Know these things. I will not go away now. My voice has been heard, and you share it, and you give my love to all those who are with you at this time. Those who are most needed with love. Give it, share it, and be that light. For I am the light, and we are all the light. We are not separate from Goddess, for we are all Goddess, and we are all gods. We are the father and the mother, the brother and the sister. And that was the message back then, and it is again. For if there is only one thing that is permanent in this universe, then it is love. And it is divine love. And that is the divine love that all of you shine now. I know I can be a bit forceful at times and talkative. The disciples didn't like that sometimes, did they? But you want to know something? Finally, I am in my rightful place, next to Yeshua. I heard your messages. I acknowledge all of you. I sense you. You only need ask for me and I will come to you. Come, I will. Ask, and I shall be there. For I am your cross. You will not bear it alone.
Do you want to speak of the coronavirus and its impact?
The coronavirus.
And Gaia and the relationship.
Well, you know this already. For you are a part of Gaia, and Gaia is a part of you, and you are not separate from it. You cannot continue to take. And it is true that Gaia simply is regenerating herself. This is something that has been a long time coming. And during these times, you go inward. You seek your personal connection with source energy. Seek your personal connection with me. Find the divinity of the feminine now. This is the time. Find yourselves now, opening more. Open your hearts, open your minds, open your bodies to love. If there's one thing that your coronavirus needs and does not like, and that is love. For love will conquer all things. As it did thousands of years ago, it will do it again. Love is the only true light energy source there is. Let your souls be of light. Yes, Gaia is connecting now, reconnecting. She is changing. You as a species is changing. You are moving in a different place, a different frequency, a different vibrational pattern. The human beings that you are now are becoming, as you call it, enlightened. How wonderful that is. How joyous. And I am so happy to be a part of all of it with you. Hold your hand, Gaia. Hold your hands up, all of you. Remember who you are. Do not forget, for you are of love energy. You are of Gaia. You are of Sophia. You are of Yeshua. You are of the goddess. You are of God. Remember who you are. You are not separate.
Remember who you are.
Remember who you are, for you are the goddess. You are not separate from us. You are not separate from me. I give myself to you. We give ourselves to you. How wonderful it is that she comes on such a joyous occasion. The resurrection of the divine feminine, the resurrection with the divine masculine, coming together again as one. How beautiful you all are, and we are enraptured. With all of you. Source, may my peace be with you. May my peace be in you. Take my peace and give it to those who are in need. Be the peace that I am now. Ooh. Ooh.
So Anthony is now back. Our guides are gone.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much.
yeah, that was cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never-
Blessings.
Yeah, we never
Blessings.
know what she's going to say.
No, we let her come and do what she needs to do and say what she needs to say. So I want to thank all of you for receiving us
Yeah.
and receiving them. And this has been one of the most joyous Easter occasions that I have ever experienced.
Yeah.
And I hope to see all of you very soon again. And
Yeah.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Yeah, Om Shanti Shanti. And this is just proof that we are time and space, and that energy healing and love and light can go for miles and miles and miles.
So thank you guys so much. I think you've now gotten to see through this journey that we've been on today, you've seen some holy people. See, back in Jesus's day, when Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary were there, they had really surrendered to claiming and honoring their divine self and allowing themselves to walk forth in perfect harmony, perfect alignment, sharing and extending love, healing the sick. And we've lost so much of that in our culture of materialism and our destructiveness of Gaia and our, you know, it's been really sad, but we are claiming tonight, we are claiming the love. We are bringing the love back to ourselves, because that's all we can do is just fill ourselves up with love and begin to share that love. You know, we each have that responsibility to be the extension of love and then to share our gifts to the best of our ability. But it's so wonderful to be online with people that are not afraid of being holy. It's okay. It's actually quite fun, you know, and it brings a lot more happiness and joy. There is a section in the Course in Miracles that says, it was a question that I came across one day, and it says, so what are these grievances for? And I'm thinking, I was just in major grievance that day, thinking all these things I was complaining about. And I thought, yeah, what is the grievances for? Does it bring more love? Does it bring more peace? Does it bring more happiness? Does it bring more abundance? No, this is what brings abundance. When we join together as community and share our love and share our offerings and share our talents and bless each other and share our food, which, you know, is hard to do right now, but there are food banks and whatnot. So please consider doing that. So right now, while we're staying with how blessed we are, I've asked Denise and Darren if they would sing the Karen Drucker song, I Am So Blessed, just so we can just take a minute and enjoy that energy of being blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Sing with us. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We're coming towards the end of our program or our celebration, our service, our ritual, whatever you want to call this moment in time, this slice of heaven. So I want to share with you what my prayer is. Remember, we had our candles lit. But we are the light to just drop into. And what is this light? This is the energy of life. It represents energy. And energy of life is where we are all one. For the energy of life that I am is the same energy of life that you are. And we can all join in that oneness because everybody's life is the same. It is blessed and love and peace and happiness. Blessed be. Go forth and spread this light. Spread your energy of love and be a shining light to all. Blessed be. Thank you so much. And we want to conclude our beautiful service with one of my favorite songs. It's just the heart of the mother. Denise and Darren, take it away.
And sing with us. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Ave Maria, Kyrie
eleison. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison.
Let me remember. Let me remember. Let me remember. I am one with God. Let me remember. I am with you. Let me remember. Always with you. Let me remember. I am with you. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison.
I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
Let me remember, I am with you. Let me remember, always with you. Let me remember, I am with you. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
Well, I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank Jan for opening with Ave Maria. That was my favorite. It's up on the Facebook page, so you can listen to it over and over. And Christine Tullis and Kim, thank you guys for your love and holding presence and the beautiful harp and all that you do, because she's doing ongoing Zoom things too. She's giving Reiki energy and just lots of really beautiful connections that are very possible for people to receive. And I think you can see that we can still receive this love, even though we're not physically together. Somehow it's still coming through because it activates in us and it is who we are. So it just has to be awakened and enlivened and brought forth. And it's way more fun to feel that love anyway than to be sad and depressed. Although if you are that, we love you too. You know, I don't want to deny you your opportunity to feel your feelings. So, and Denise and Darren, thank you so much. So thank you guys for, they work so hard trying to put everything together. And Michelle and Eliyahu, what a beautiful, touching service. And Sophia, Melissa, Sophia, Joy, you brought in such a beautiful energy transmission. And Alona, the forgiveness was really powerful, you know, because if we want to get to love, sometimes we have to do the forgiveness. We have to do the deep work. So thank you. And Renee and Anthony, it was, I could just feel the energy, the transmission, what was coming through you was extraordinary. And of course, David and Andrea, my hat's off to you guys. Thank you. You are I love you. You guys have been such supporters of the sacred divine feminine. David has been honoring his wife as a divine feminine. The two of them are such an exemplary example of love. And if you haven't seen Melissa and her partner and Jan with her talking about her book and her partnership, and Andrea, they did an enlightened partnership conversation that is up on my YouTube channel. I think it's on, it's either Christy Michael's YouTube or the Magdalene Impact YouTube. So you can go to one or the other and you'll find the YouTube. Then of course, Jai, I have to tell you, Jai was part of the impetus between Michelle and Jai. Thank you, Michelle. They said like, what? You're not gonna do the Magdalene East? Well, we've always done it physically, right? And I'm not a tech savvy person. And it just like seems so overwhelming and daunting to, so Jai said, no, we're gonna do it. And Michelle said, no, and we're gonna do it. And here's what we can do. And then I called Jan and I called Christine and I called Denise and everybody, and they said, yes, everybody said yes. So, you know, it is what it is. And I'm sorry we're not physically capable of being together to hug you, but we love you so much. And we would love to have been there to hug you, believe me. Scott, my brother, you are the cat's meow, or the dog's meow, the dog's bark. Thank you so much, Scott. He worked so hard. And when he took this project on to do this, this man was so busy. So he just squeezed us in there and he made it happen and he got us. And oh my God, what an awesome thing you did, Scott. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your community is enjoying it. I know I had fun because I love being in this state of consciousness, and I love it when you all join me on this. So blessed be everyone. Thank you so much. And Scott, you want to open it up? Anyone want to share? Yeah, David?
It's so wonderful to support you and this whole community, Christy, after all these years and the events that we've done over the years. And this was extraordinary. It worked, and I'm sure everybody out there felt, you know, the love and the transmissions from everybody. It was just exquisite. Thank you for everybody bringing it all together.
And whoever would have thought that 10 years from the inception, we would be here like this and reaching more people, and the transmission of love just kept getting bigger and bigger. It was really beautiful to be part of this.
Thank you so much.
So let's hear from Darren, and then we're going to hear from Celestine.
Well, this has been such a beautiful opportunity to feel that it doesn't matter if we're physically together or if we're in different places geographically. The unified field of love that Melissa was bringing in was so apparent, and is so apparent now. And I could feel it going out over the planet. And I know that this is the answer. People doing things like this all over the place.
Beautiful. And I just want to mention again, anybody who's really wanting empathy support or relationship skill building support, every morning, 9 a.m., Love Coach Academy is offering really, really good opportunities for you to come in and get the support you might be needing. And then we also have something every evening at 6 p.m. So definitely check it out. Just look for Love Coach Academy on Facebook, you'll find us. And Celestine, you are up next.
Yay!
Wow, that was amazing. How beautiful and gracious. And I want to say to you, Miss Christy, we have walked the long road.
Yeah.
I remember the day, 10/10, you awakened at your ordination at Isis Oasis, and you've been on fire ever since. I want to honor you that you said you wanted to do 10 years, and I want to thank you for just keeping going and bringing the light. And it's been a divine pleasure to support and grace. And so thank you to everyone. This is amazing. And just seeing Renee and Anthony, you know, it's been a day and afternoon of quite amazement. And Jan, to see you again. And just, I can name all of you and I won't. Thank you for holding it up. Just blessings and honor to all of you. Thank you in the highest.
We're going to go to Jai. I've known Jai for 35 years. I remember him. He came and performed. Yeah, he played in my house, gosh, when Fantuzzi was living there, which was about 30 years ago. And,
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
I wanted to share something personal to Christy. All the years we've been doing this, I've never seen you so clear, such a great channel, and so just pure heart. I want to make sure that next year, God willing, we do this live, that we take care of you so that you can do the same thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight, too.
Always a pleasure.
Well, blessed be everyone. Have fun. Know that you are loved. Amen.
Blessed be. Thank you so much, Christy. Good job.
Yeah.
Magdalene, beloved of Yeshua, Magdalene. when the others fled and your own heart bled, Mary Magdalene. You were the first to see him rise up again. Then you told the story of his grace and glory, Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. Beloved. Mary Magdalene, you are my inspiration. We honor you today with joy and celebration.